Hi guys, it's Simon C. Welcome to this new AI Radar. Today I have for you 3 articles about artificial intelligence in Africa. On Technology Review, Karen Hale wrote about the machine learning community in Africa. The difficulties of traveling not only within the continent but also out of it have often left African researchers out of AI research. Despite the odds points out how the African machine learning community has blossomed over the last few years and seen the creation, for example, of Data Science Africa in 2013, an annual workshop for sharing resources and ideas, Deep Learning Indaba in 2017, which now has chapters in 27 of the continent's 54 countries, and the proliferation of university courses and other machine learning classes. This flourishing got the attention of tech giants and non-profits like IBM and Google, which opened labs across the continent, and ICLR, a major AI research conference, which next year will host its event in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Africa might offer a context with which AI can return to its original promise, creating technology that tackles pressing global challenges like hunger, poverty, and disease. Both IBM research offices in Kenya and South Africa and Google's AI lab in Ghana share the same mission as their parent organizations: to pursue fundamental and cutting-edge research by focusing on affordable health care, inclusive financial services, long-term food security, and streamlining government operations. Research cannot be detached from the environment in which it is performed, says Mustafa Sisse, the director of Google AI Ghana. Being an environment where the challenges are unique in many ways gives us an opportunity to explore problems that maybe other researchers in other places would not be able to explore. The staff of Entrepreneur.com South Africa says that artificial intelligence brings the promise of increased productivity and economic development in Africa. But the benefits of artificial intelligence are not guaranteed to uplift all communities equally. An Oxfam report released in 2017 found that only 8 billionaires own the same wealth as the poorest half of the population, stating that wealth is being sucked upwards at an alarming rate. So to reduce the cultural, social and economic divide and bring balance to the continent of Africa, Jacques Ludic, founder of the Machine Intelligence Institute of Africa, suggests to educate all communities out of a nation's major cities or from borders, and improve and increase access to goods, jobs and services that are unbound by geography. How? By reframing AI its counterparts as a solution to bridge the divide. Ludic thinks that AI can bring education to people who never left their villages and teach languages and skills to classrooms from across the world, improve food security in healthcare, in particular diagnose illnesses and deliver medication. As for Africa's highest prevalence of undernourishment affecting more than 256 million people, Ludic thinks that artificial intelligence can solve this plague by means of a project by Stanford University looking to map crops with machine learning and remote sensing to predict the crop yields of soybeans. More generally, artificial intelligence can also be used to assess crop and soil health to assist subsistence farmers in rural Africa. On Real Life Mag, cognitive science PhD student Abeba Birhain argues that African startups are importing and imposing artificial intelligence systems founded on individualistic and capitalist drives. Last June, the second annual SAFE Africa 2019, the Conference on Technology Innovation Society, took place in Tanger, Morocco, with the aim to bring forth the continent's voices in the global discourse. However, Birhain argues that speaker lineups and the topics of discussion of some of the biggest AI or machine learning conferences taking place throughout the continent hardly present ethical considerations, data privacy or artificial intelligence unintended consequences. In addition, in the race to build the latest hiring app or state-of-the-art mobile banking system, startups and companies lose sight of the people behind each data point. This discourse of mining people for data is, in her view, reminiscent of the colonizer attitude that declares humans as raw material free for the taking. Furthermore, too often, attempts to draft the latest ethics framework or the best guideline to ethical AI center the status quo as the standard and imply that the solution put forward is the only necessary one. Insisting on a single one-size-fits-all ethical framework for AI, she argues, is not only attainable but would also worsen the problems it is meant to address. In those contexts, it wasn't equipped to anticipate. Birhain thinks that African youth leading the AI space means creating programs and databases that serve various local communities, and that using AI to solve their problems themselves means using artificial intelligence in a way Africans want. In a word, to understand who we are and who we want to be understood and perceived. Who we are and how we want to be understood and perceived, A continent where community values triumph and nobody is left behind, she says. Okay guys, it's all for today. See you next time with AI Radar. Bye.